Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you all are doing really well. Welcome back to my channel. So wonderful to have you here. Today I wanted to make this video because something so wild happened and I wanted to share this with you, and it's just so mind-blowing. And if you watch me and follow me for some time, you start to realize there are more and more videos like this. This so crazy, weird stuff that happened or is happening, and I wanted to share this with you because the more, as you know, as I keep saying it, the more you're open with the signs around you in nature, or even from the universe, right? Or God, whatever you are believing, or whoever you are believing in. It's just, I always say that you need to be open to it because so many interesting things are going on. And if you are following me or have recently joined, welcome. I actually talked about that I will start new classes and courses about being a highly sensitive person and being an empath, or being an empath. It doesn't mean that because you're a highly sensitive person that you're an empath, and because you're an empath doesn't mean you're a highly sensitive person. Sometimes they are connected, but sometimes they are not. It really depends on so many factors, which I will talk all about it, and all of my products are based and will be further based on this. And as you all know, I'm a geneticist, I'm a scientist, and the last 2 years, the research that I have done and seen all the medical information that I gathered with my own experiments with myself and with all the scientific knowledge and putting things together, all the new research or old research, and literally it is so a different understanding now that I have a crystal clear understanding, and I will 100% guide you on this because no one else will have it so crystal clear. I'm happy that I'm a scientist and that I'm a HSP, meaning a highly sensitive person, and a power empath, so that I could bring all of this together, and this will be so unique. And if you want to, or if you're one of those people like us, which is very rare in the world, if you definitely have no guidance, no directions, and no clue and what's going on and how you can heal yourself, how can you deal in this world, in this overwhelming world, and still thriving, then definitely I would recommend you to join my free e-newsletter, join my free list, and you will get all the informations more and more. As much as I update it, you will be the first person who will know all about it. Having said that, what I wanted to talk to you about today is that, listen, I always knew that for the last 10 years that as much as I am an empath, I do know 100% that my dad is an empath too. Really, among all my family members, my dad and I do know also that now I know that my grandma, my father's mother, was also an empath. So my mother and my mother's side, my grandma, those are more of these healers type of people, like actually really can heal. So my mom, for example, has a serious knowledge and understanding of how to heal somebody with like herbs or with plants and seeds. So she knows all about it, and every single thing since my childhood she recommended me to do, everything worked 100% as she said it would. I mean, I tested all on me, so I also you know, I'm begging her to, you know, for years to write a book together, because I used all of this, what she recommended, for decades, and it all worked. And so my grandma, like her mother, was also one of those healers, and her ancestries too. Which one of my cousins actually did a research and said that, or found out that it actually goes all the way back to Rumi, which we still don't know if it's true or not, but it could very well be, because my mother's side has a super strong, like this healing energy or healing capabilities. So, but for my father's side, for my father and I didn't know about my father first, but I did know about my grandma and we could, as I said in multiple of my videos, that we could sense things, we could sense energies, we could sense negative people and people we shouldn't trust, and like this, like milliseconds of analysis of people. And as I said multiple times in my videos, that my grandma and we knew who to trust and who not to trust, and we would warn people, don't trust this person, and then people never would believe us, but then turn out to be true. So that is an empath capability. Okay, empaths can do that. And for the last 2 years or so, particularly when I had all of these issues, which started to be exponentially growing after, as I said, I keep saying my videos in this viral, after the viral infection, January 2019 overseas, which COVID wasn't a thing at that time, but later the symptoms would turn out to be kind of like a long COVID. Even long COVID wasn't a thing, that I believe that I had like this weird virus overseas that was some sort of COVID, what turned out to be completely different things. And that's why all of that, my research and investigation, and how I actually guided and literally guided my multiple physicians or multiple departments into a direction, I have now a crystal clear understanding of that. So within all of these times, I now realized that my dad is also, as I said in the beginning, I knew that my dad is also an empath, because he has some predictive dreams like I have. He knows things, he sees things. They're so, and I literally know since my childhood that there was like this angel type figures. And as you know, I have also a video like that, where my encounters with angels, and my dad has exactly the same thing. And I do know that. And why do I believe in angels? Because I was 100% my entire life protected, thank goodness, from all of this horrific things that happened to me personally. And I also know from to my dad. I mean, what my dad went through is just so wild. I'm so looking up to my dad. It's just, he is like this 1,000,000% a earth angel. Like, I mean, if you think anything like I am such a good person, whatever, my dad is 100 times of me. I mean, he is just so incredible. I mean, I can't even describe it. He is an angel. He helps every single person, all children. I mean, like myself, like all children and all animals love me, and I get attracted by all children and animals, and my dad is the same. All children, all animals love my dad, and all people. For me, many people don't like me because I'm just like this, so straightforward. But my dad, every single person, there's no single person that does not like my dad. I mean, there's no such person in this world who doesn't like my dad. I mean, he's fun, he's also phenomenal history, has phenomenal history knowledge. He tells jokes all the time. He memorizes all the incredible jokes, and he keeps saying, when we are within this conversation, he tells this joke right fitting at that moment, which is also a skill. I mean, I never have that skill. I always admire him for this. So he's always fun, always laughing, always joyful, always helpful. I mean, he is just incredible and super knowledgeable. He reads all the time. He knows about everything. And so he's just unbelievable. My mom the same. Both are Aries, by the way. So in any case, I do know that you knew that he had this abilities of, and he was an earth angel, has protection, but also he has predictive dreams, but he would never say it out loud. He would never, and he always believes that you shouldn't say it. And I believe that too. So you should keep, but he's more keeping it to himself so than I am. Although I am very private and I don't share it in my angel videos. I also don't share the thing. I just don't share this stuff. So because it's very, very personal and private between the universe or God, or whoever you're believing in or whatever you're believing in, and you. It's just because it's just you. And so, but what I found very interesting for the last several years is that my dad and I, we share this very interesting connection that it is not being able to describe. I mean, it's not describable. I don't know what it is, because, or maybe it's an empath connection, which I've never experienced with anyone else. So this is weird, because this is like interesting, because I am here in the United States and my dad is in Europe. So we have thousands of miles between us, okay? And again, if empaths, it's about energy. So I have telepathy with people overseas. I can feel them. I know what what they're thinking. I know what they're feeling. It's just, I do, and I see them in my dreams. It's just, it's energy. It's hard to describe, but it is what it is. And again, I am a scientist, okay? And I keep telling this to you. There's absolutely, if you do feel these things, know these things, experience these things, they are true. They are true. Don't let anyone, anything make you believe otherwise. Always believe in yourself. Always trust in yourself. And because we have been manipulated and we should be thinking only this way and we have to think only this way, we should believe in only this thing, and that's why we messed up humanity so badly. And this has nothing to do with a woo-woo thing or anything like that, because I do now know the medical, the scientific background, the medical background, the psychological background, the universal background, nature background. I know all about it and I put it all together. It's just wild. So never second guess yourself. So that's that. So with my dad and I, it's so wild. Whenever I wake up, I have, like, let's say I have stomach, my stomach is upset for the whole day, and I talk on the phone and say, oh, how are you doing? You know, he's asking me, and I say, I'm feeling so sick today. And my stomach is like, what? My stomach is like, I feel the same, like my stomach is totally upset today. I was like, what? So wild. I mean, he's like, yeah. And he's calm about it. I am like this person, like, what? Wait, what? And so it is also the same pain. Like suddenly at that day, I have shoulder pain, for example. And then I talk with my dad and he says that, yeah, today I have like shoulder pain. I was like, what? I have shoulder pain. And it's always the same side. And this is going on for years, for the last several years. Headache. Migraine. I don't know, stomach upset. Pain. pain. It's just wild. And I say, for example, today I couldn't sleep at all. And he tells me I couldn't sleep at all. And without even me saying it. I was like, oh my God, okay, the sleeping thing can be, you know, if you really want to go deep scientific, it could be like full moon, whatever. Usually in full moons, nobody can sleep well, that sort of stuff. But there's no full moon, whatever moon, no nothing, okay? Before I go into what happened actually today, which was unbelievable, I will tell you another unbelievable stuff if you still don't believe me. So one day, this was like 4-5 years ago, I don't know, something along those lines. So I called him and we were just chit-chatting. I'm with my dad on the phone, and yeah, because we always laughing and saying jokes and whatnot. So we were just like deep in the conversation. I was telling things, and I don't even know what I was talking with. We were talking like more than half, like almost an hour. And then I said something like, you know, it's just so funny. And I was like laughing. It's just so funny, as if like an insect would walk over you. Something like that, I said to him. Like something like that to him. Because I was trying to make an analogy about something. And I said, it is as if, and I was laughing. Like, it is as if like an insect would walk over you. That sort of thing. Ha ha ha. And my dad, suddenly with his jaw dropping, he was like, he was just staring at me. And because I was telling something funny, you know, it's just, we were just laughing, and he suddenly became so serious. And I was like, Papa? And he was still like this. And I was like, Papa? What's going on? He's like, but I never seen him like this. Never seen him like this. And he was like, no. I mean, you said, he was like this, right? He said, because you said an insect walk over me, and I just had an insect walk over me. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, there was an insect on me. I was like, I mean, I never forget that. That was just so wild. I mean, if you ask, okay, maybe you saw that I saw that he has an insect. How can I possibly see that he has an insect on him, on the camera, like on the phone? It's just so, I didn't even know at all. I tried to make an analogy, and I have honestly also have absolutely no idea why I would say an insect. Because usually what I say, it's like somebody walks all over you kind of thing. But I somehow, I don't know why, I said, is as if as an insect walks all over you. Why would an insect walk all over you? It just doesn't even make sense. But I just said it. And I knew it was stupid, but I was still going on with it. I was laughing. And then my dad was like, and at that moment, he had an insect on him while walking. I mean, I never forget that. And what happened today was so wild. I mean, so wild. And that is, I had an early morning appointment today. And I have been waiting for this for a year, for that appointment. And as you all know, with my ridiculous dentist, I have so much stress going on, so much pain and all that, dealing with toxic people, and all the medical offices and ridiculous secretaries and so many toxic people around me. Like, I was so stressed for the last 1 or 10 days or 2 weeks even, or more maybe. I was just like constantly stressed, and also I couldn't sleep a lot, and also the weather in Boston now is so hot, so sticky, so humid, rain, summer. It's just so weird energy. I mean, so weird weather. And I was also working a lot, so I was so tired. Listen, never happens. Even like, look, this never, I mean, so rarely. I really don't even remember when this last time happened. So I had my phone, my alarm. This is my regular alarm, by the way, my regular daily alarm. And my alarm sets itself automatically, so I didn't even do anything. But yesterday I even checked it. So, and I made it a little bit earlier. So I put it on and I slept, and I slept so obviously well, literally through. And I woke up like, woke up, took my phone, looked into the phone, and I was 20 minutes late to my appointment. My appointment already started 20 minutes ago. I was like, what? I completely missed my appointment. I did not even hear my alarm. And I have no idea how this happened. No clue, no nothing. I can't believe it. I was rushing, and like literally was like, I don't care, I still have to. And it was like a 30 minutes walk. So I run the entire path, and I just couldn't believe it. I just like running. It was literally so late, and I have absolutely no clue how this happened, why this happened, and whatever. So I was very upset, and they didn't let me in, so they had to reschedule. I was like, oh crap. Anyway, and come all the way back. I was so upset with something else too. And then I was like, oh God. And then I was trying to, prepare my coffee, want to drink my coffee. And then my dad called me, and we chatted. I was like, yeah, what's going on, blah. And I said to him, listen, I'm so upset, this happened, and I totally missed. I have no clue how I missed, and I didn't even hear my alarm, and I woke up completely late. This never happened. And guess what he said? The same thing happened to me today. I was like, what? He said, I did not hear my alarm today, and I missed that thing that he always does since his childhood, every single day. He wakes up at a certain hour in the morning, between night and the morning, and every single time he does it, every day, since his childhood, or his youth. So he never misses it. And he said that he did not hear it, and he didn't wake up, and once he woke up, it was already past. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I totally miss it. And my dad is so extremely disciplined. He has extreme, like if you think that I'm self-disciplined, my dad is 100 times of it. He is so self-disciplined, and he does things routinely all the time. You cannot not have him do his routine. Whatever happens, even if the mountain turns upside down, inside out, you cannot have him change his routine. And I was keep telling him always, like, forget about that waking up in that 3-4 a.m. time period. You just damage your brain. It's just not good for you. It's not healthy. Sleep, please sleep. And he's like, no, I'm good. And I mean, he's Aries. He's like a definition of Aries. He's like, stubborn, but not as a Taurus, but he's still in Aries, stubbornness. So he does what he does, and this is his routine, and you can't change him. And so, but that he literally missed that is just wild. And that I miss it together, thousands of miles apart, is just wild. For me, this really never happens. I mean, I have no idea how that happened, why that happened. My dad also has zero clue why that happened, how it happened. The exact same day, something so rare for him and for me. Again, together, synchronized. I mean, it's just wild. And so why I'm telling all of this to you, also first for me as a, just to keep records, but at the same time, if you have in your life somebody like this, if you are a highly sensitive person, if you are an empath or power empath like I am, if you are protected by earth angels or even if protected by angels, actual angels, or if you have like this synchronicities, what I want you to do is pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. You don't have to be focused on it. Just notice it. Notice it, and the more you notice it, the more it gets, the more it gets more. It gets more and more and more and more, and it's just, it then hopefully finally we realize, or we would realize, how beautiful and so multi-dimensional a human being is. We are not beings that can be put in boxes. We have to think that way, we have to be that way, we have to be only like this. No. Listen, again, I'm a scientist. Science is always evolving. What we don't know today does not mean it does not exist. If we were talking now in the Aquarian age about aliens, hello? Why we didn't talk about aliens before? Although in ancient history there were always inclinations of aliens or outer world beings or something like that. I'm not saying that I believe in it or not believe in it. That's not the point. The point is, human beings are multi-dimensional beings. So are other organisms. So we cannot say this is just a dog, this is just a cat, this is just a person. And if you give this medicine, that will help. If you just go to psychologist, everything will be healing. No. There's so many layers and layers and layers and layers into it, and it's just connected so much. So the energies, like, how can you just explain to me that I can see in my dream what will happen to a person that day thousands of miles away? When I give a phone call and say, here, I dreamed about you, and then the person says, yeah, I had a car accident. Tell me, if you want to believe in all of these boxes and things, explain this to me. How can I explain it? I can't explain it. So, but it doesn't mean it's not there. And what I'm saying is, and what I will be doing going forward more and more, to bring all of this knowledge that I have, and I want to share this with you here, only to my private group and private people that will be in my classes, in my courses, in my groups, and who actually purchase my products based on the healing tools. And also I will have more and more videos, the medical background of this. Then I can tell you what this is all about, and you will be shocked as much as I was shocked the last 2 years when I put all of this together. So again, always believe in yourself. Whatever you feel, you sense, you hear, you smell, you taste, believe in that. No one has the right to move you out of these things, because you are experiencing this. You, your body, your soul, your mind, you experience this. Trust it, and I'm here to support you in that as a scientist, as a highly sensitive person, and as an empath, as a power empath, I have to say. Okay, so thanks for being here. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you liked this video. If you did, give me a big like, and if you like, subscribe to my channels for so much more. And also definitely don't forget to join my e-newsletter or email list, and you will get so much more out of it. Take care. Bye.